What is up, you guys? Gamer Live Studio here, back at it with another off the top video. And today I'm here to give you guys a Grand Theft Auto 6 update. And boy, oh boy, Rockstar has just, I couldn't even believe it. Look, let me just tell you the story real quick. I was stunned. Okay, first of all, when this dropped, look, I was in my bed sleeping, all right? I said, look, I gotta go to work. I already made a video about the delay. Cool, right? I'm sleeping, and I just roll over, and I just casually, like, go onto my phone, right? It's like, right, like 9, 10 o'clock. I'm looking at this shit, and I saw Rockstar's posting up something. At first, I thought this was a fake. I thought this was, like, homepage, just random, you know, like recommended videos. I thought somebody just was trolling and just took the Rockstar logo and then they said, oh look, trailer 2. I was like, I'll look at it. I was like half asleep. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. There's no way in hell. I put that phone down for a minute and I looked back again, and then I scroll and I went onto the channel on Rockstar. I said, let me just look at it. I'm scrolling and I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit, they dropped this shit? What the f? I couldn't even believe it, bro. I was stunned. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm watching it in my bed, just laying down and shit. And I was like, okay, nope. Gotta get up and do a reaction to this. I'm fucking up now. I'm up. Because trust me, I did not want to get the fuck up. I work like second shift, so you know me, right? I got a job and shit. So I saw that shit. I just did a reaction and just posted it up, and I just went on to work. I watched the trailer at least like 50 times or so. I couldn't believe it, right? We're here right now. So I'm here to just go over basically all the surface level stuff here. I'm not going to get into too much in depth about the trailer, breaking it down. They drop screenshots. They drop a whole bunch of shit. I couldn't even believe it. Shit, I could not believe it. I wasn't expecting this at all. I think a lot of people, including everyone out there, was not expecting this. But don't worry, this is why you're here, and we're gonna be talking about it. Again, we're just gonna go through light stuff. We're not going through like the trailer breakdown, the screenshot breakdown, all of that stuff. We're not doing that. I'm gonna take my time with that and do that in the next like couple of weeks or so. We got plenty of time, so I'm not gonna rush like every other YouTuber out here, because you know how it is, man. You know how it is. And before we get into that, I just wanted to highlight this comment right here. This one right here, I had to like this one, because when I saw this trailer and I was looking through the comments, he said right here, he said, bro, you can't just casually drop a trailer like this. Like, for real, you just can't. Like, bro could be at school or something. You could be at work at a meeting and shit, and then next thing you know, you got a notification. You're like, all right, and you just take a peek. You're like, what? And you like hearing this meeting, you're like, excuse me, I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. Hold on for a minute. You're in the bathroom watching this shit with your earbuds. I swear to God, I know half of y'all motherfuckers was. I bet y'all was at the movie theaters. You was like, hold on, what the you just dropped this bro, like they probably got out the movie theater like, hold on for a minute, I gotta watch this. hold on. You didn't give a fuck what the movie was playing. You just said, fuck it, I'm leaving out the movie theater. Motherfuckers could be at school. Like, you could be at school, like, alright, whatever, the teacher's talking, you're like, oh shit. Alright, get the teacher out of the room. And you was like, you got the phone out, you're like, oh, look at that. Ooh, look. Oh man, I can just imagine. I can only imagine what it was like, bro. I can only imagine. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below. Where were you was at when this trailer dropped? I'll tell you one thing. I was asleep, roll out of bed when trailer 2 dropped. I was like, man, that's a lie. Get the fuck out of here. There's no way. It's way too soon. And then I look at it again. I was like, what? Yo. All right, we're up. We are up. And that's why we are here. But again, I just want to let you guys know before we get started in the video, like again, I'm always going to tell these people all the time, be very careful, okay? We got too many grifters out here. Too many grifters. I saw that video from All Eyes on Jet. Shout out to you. He was showing a video of one of these girls that be acting or trying to pretend like, oh my God, Grand Theft Auto. Like, you know, all this like fake ass reaction bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got too many grifters. Okay, too many grifters out here trying to pretend like they part of the gaming community. You need to subscribe to a real gamer. That's why, again, there's plenty of channels besides me, but I'm also am a real gamer. That's why you should be subscribing to who? Gamer Live Studio. A real gamer that actually has some insider knowledge on some stuff. Knowing what the hell is going on. Pointing out some things and telling you what you need to hear. Not talking and fluffing, you know, making these bullshit ridiculous videos. You already seen that probably half of your channels right now, you know, the Rockstar channels, right? The, you know, the wannabes like Mr. Boss for the win, that Saints fan, you know, and many other grifters out here are just pumping up videos like every single, you know, like every single day about it. It's getting ridiculous. Relax. I think we got plenty of footage, plenty of screenshots. I think we can all take a step back, relax, let, you know, like subscribe to a channel that actually says, you know what, I'd much rather listen to a person that actually takes the time to go through the footage than somebody just like try to pump it out like the next day, and the day before that. It is stupid. It's ridiculous because by the time we get near towards the end of the year, right, or getting close to there, everybody's gonna be like making up some bullshit conspiracy theories. We already got some people making articles like, oh, GTA 6 might be woke, you know, whatever, Jason, whatever, he might be gay, Lucia might be bi. Like, this is crazy. It's absolutely fucking crazy. That's why I'm telling you, stop listening to these fucking clowns and be careful of these fucking grifters. Look at this. We got all these grifters out here. Be careful. I'm not saying all of them, but most of them, if not 90% of these motherfuckers on here, are nothing but grifters. Just letting you know. Be very careful of who you listen to. If you want to go to any channel, you can always come to my channel in these videos. Okay? Because I'm going to give you some real shit, not bullshit. Okay? Real shit with real answers and real questions that you want to know. So that way you can be prepared and you understand what are you dealing with. Okay? That's why I'm always good at keeping track. Like I said in the last video, remember, what did I say? What did I say? GTA 6 was going to get delayed until 2026. Am I right? Okay, so obviously you got, now you understand where I'm coming from. Now you give me my respect and my time, and I don't waste your time. Okay, so I'm just letting you know, be very fucking careful of these fucking grifters, these wannabes. All right, not him. He's good. All right, he's good people. But there's a lot of these motherfuckers on here. Hell no. All right, so without that being said, you know how this goes. We're gonna start from the small and work our way up, and then we'll wrap it up with the calendar date. Okay, we're keeping track of the calendar, seeing, you know, what's what, and we're marking it down. Okay, we're keeping it track. So first thing first is, yes, they have dropped trailer 2, which I was not expecting at all, because to be honest with you, when we go right here, right, where we was talking about this in the last video when this game was going to get delayed. Now, I can admit that I could be wrong about my prediction, but at least I'm a man and I can admit that I was wrong about something, okay? I can admit to that. I was wrong that this trailer 2, you know, I was thinking, I think it's not just me, but it's many other people, but I can admit that I'm wrong about this, because when you go down here, right, where you say, hey, we are looking forward to sharing more information with you soon, okay? You know, wait, we hear this shit all the time, right? I think we heard about this, or even heard murmurs about this in 2023 when they released their first trailer of, you know, Grand Theft Auto, you know, 6, like the first introduced, right? And that's all the way back in like the tail end of 2023 in December. I think it was December 4th or 5th. The tail end of that, right? And then we didn't hear shit in 2024. Not a peep, not a murmur, nothing. Nothing in 2024. Nothing. Then we made it into 2025, right? 4 months or so passed. We still didn't have heard nothing. And I told you guys that it was going to get delayed until 2026. And here you go. And I was absolutely right on point that they was going to get delayed until 2026. I already explained it in my last video. If you want to go watch that, I already talked about it. But I'm just giving you guys a little refresher. But this part right here, I was wrong. Because I was thinking to myself that when they said this little last part right down here, when they said, I'm going to share information with y'all soon, I was expecting like, okay, we're talking about 3-4 months soon. That's what we're talking about. I think a lot of people had that in their mindset. I'm not the only one, because I'm like, how soon are we talking about? Because I'm not expecting it this fucking soon. And sure enough, they just said, fuck it, we're gonna just drop that shit. That shit is crazy. I was like, what the hell? Like, this delay was announced on May 2nd. And as soon as, like, bam, couple of days, boom, May 6th. And then they just dropped trailer 2 and a whole bunch of screenshots. It's fucking crazy. I was like, what the hell? You dropping all of this shit? Again, I'm not going to go through all the screenshots and everything. I'm going to save that for a separate video in the next couple of weeks. We'll do the trailer stuff. All that in the weeks to come. I don't rush through my shit. But I'm just showing you real quick. Just like, bro, all this shit just dropped. I was not expecting this shit at all. At all. Look at this. They got the people right here. We got all the characters right here. We got multiple characters. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like maybe like 2 or 3 maybe. Motherfucker, we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shit. The game hasn't even come out yet. And finally, we got a lot of information. Thank you. It was about time. We got the places too, right? More screenshots about places. I was like, God damn, okay. And then we got the trailers, right? We got first trailer, second trailer. Bam. Okay. Right? And then now we got downloadable stuff. There's videos, right? There's shorts like these, which I'm like, again, I'm gonna go over it, but I'm like, God damn, bro. Rockstar. Holy shit. You just gave us a whole bunch of shit to look forward to. God damn. Holy shit. Bruh. This shit is crazy. We got wall artwork. Bro, artwork, screenshots we can get and download. Bro, this is crazy, bro. Shit, man, I already did it for this video. Look at this. This is one of the screenshots. I just put it on the one of my back of my wallpaper. I will be doing a wallpaper. I will try to make something. So just be patient. Just give me some time. I'll try to make something out of it, right? But yeah, you know, like shit, man. We're all okay. So this is what I'm looking at it like this. Okay, from the delay that we know is going to come out in 2026 to all of this shit that we just seen, like all these screenshots and this. I'm thinking like, yo, I don't think Rockstar don't have to do that much information at all. I think we're good in the next like couple of months, like 4 or 5 months. I think we're good. I think we got plenty of stuff to look at, dive in, read, speculate, something, you know, something like legitimate here. So this is good. This is really, really good. And again, like, you know, we're keeping track of this, right? Like, we got to go back to the past, right? With Grand Theft Auto 5, right? How it came out, right? We know, right? First trailer drop, screenshots, right? And then they did the second trailer, which is right here. It was announced for it, boom. And then the second trailer dropped. So this is where we at right now. We're at the second trailer. So how many more trailers do we have to go through? And we might get even more screenshots later on too. So I'm thinking like the second trailer, right? because this one right here has the protagonist. So we only got 2 protagonists. Who knows? Maybe this time they might introduce, like, I don't know. Let's say what? Just gonna go right here. No, sorry. Right here. So if we go to video, screenshots, no, features. And let me go back. Let me go back to here. Trying to see. Okay, so we know the protagonists, like these 2 are the main protagonists. Are they gonna do that for the trailer, or are we gonna see more from these characters? Get a little insight, a little bit of this, like they're gonna play a bigger role this time? I don't know. This is gonna be very interesting, because when we go back here, right, we only got 3. So what, they only gonna do 2? I mean, that's fine, right? So we still got the protagonist trailers that we need to go through, right? So there's that. There's probably going to be more screenshots on the way, right? And then, you know, the pre-order stuff. That's when, like, the game has gone gold. And then we got pre-order stuff, pre-order bonuses, whatever. And then what else? And then we still need to get the official gameplay trailer. So basically, if we go back right here, right? So we go back right here, we are only with what, 2 trailers? Yeah, so we got 2 trailers. So we got trailer 1, December 4th, 2023, and then trailer 2, May 6th, 2025. Right, so now we gotta wait. We gotta have the protagonist trailer, and then we have to have the official gameplay trailer. So we're 2 trailers away. So when are those gonna drop? Well, again, the protagonist trailer, I'm thinking maybe way later. When we look at the calendar date, like way later, probably like around November, December, and probably the official gameplay trailer maybe is going to release closer to release. I think that will make more sense, because if we go back down here, right, the official gameplay trailer came out in like July 9th, right? So that's July, so that's past May. So it's probably going to release even earlier if their so-called target is still going to be you know, May 6th, 2026. You know, May, you know, the 6th of May, 2026. It's a lot of 6s. So, if they are going to release in that target, you know, then we will see it like probably like the next year closer to release date. Because I think this one released in September. Yep. Okay, so yeah, so it released on September 13th, 2013. That's when it released. Oh wait, no, GTA 5 is released. Oh, okay, on the September 17th, not 13th. I keep on thinking 13th, but it's on the 17th, September 17th. So if we go based off of that, right, from here, from this trailer, from the official one, so that's July, August, September. So that's literally like 2 months away before the game release. So we could see something familiar, like it could be 3 months away or 2 months away before the release. And also there's one other trailer too we're missing, which is the online trailer. I don't know when they're going to do that, because that's going to be very interesting. I think either this one is being worked on, or it's still going to be a little bit of a slight delay. But we'll probably got to hear more information, and then we'll judge it from there to see like whether or not is it going to release on the same date as the game, or is this going to be like stagger, where it's like, okay, the single player is out, but the multiplayer is not ready yet. So it might be like whether 2 or 3 weeks. I don't think they want to do it like a month and a half, like a delay and stuff. They probably want to release it closer with the game, well, with the with the single player game and then have it closer to release to that, which it makes more sense. So we are missing what, like 3 trailers. So we're missing about 3. So we're missing about like 3 trailers. So we've got the protagonist trailer, the official gameplay trailer, the online 2.0 trailer, right, for GTA Online. So we're missing 3. But so far, from what I have seen here on the surface, right, and the screenshots, everything else, it seems to me that this game is pretty much already wrapped up. I think they're at, like, I will say like this. I will not say it's completely wrapped up. I will say it's more like they're at about 90% done, about to get to 100%. Because usually I say 90% is because of the fact that they still got to go through the testing phase, right? Debugging stuff, you know, fixing stuff, tweaking up some stuff. So they're probably going to take this whole entire year to kind of like tweak a few things, fix it up, getting stuff ready to go. I think like that's what they're pretty much are working on right now. I mean, given the fact that all of the screenshots that we've seen, I think is pretty much done. Like in terms of the game is done, but it's not done for me because it's like you still gotta go test the game out, debug it, all that stuff. That's why I said it's about 90% done. So they're pretty much down to the final stretch. I mean, knowing that they got all the characters right here, the screenshots, trailers, all the stuff you could download and stuff. So artwork, screenshots, videos, the people, you got places. It seems like they already pretty much is down to the final stretch of this, which is good. But you know what the interesting part about this, right? The next thing is that this game, right? I think a lot of people are having this discussion right now that is this game is going to be coming out, you know, releasing in 30 FPS in terms of performance. Well, we can obviously see that right here in front of us, which is the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X and S consoles. Okay, so this lets me know, because even on the trailer right here, right, because I put these two side by side and I said, okay, this will answer that question, that is this game is going to be playable at 60 FPS or is it going to be 30 FPS, right? It did answer that question definitely towards the end of the trailer, that it is confirmed that this game is going to be playable only at 30 FPS and not 60 FPS. Now, the two pieces of evidence that I see right in front of me, right, because I'm looking at the surface, I'm not going off of this, that, or Digital Foundry and stuff. I don't need to, because it's already answered right here, right in front of us. If we look at like this, right, on right here on this trailer, it says right here, it says capture on the PS5. Now, if that lets me know anything, that is not being captured on the PS5 Pro Enhance, right? It's not captured on the PS5 Pro. And if you know that, like, again, in any corporation, right, if you have a new product or something that will, you know, whatever, will show the enhanced experience, why you should get this game, whatever, right? Usually Sony will say, hey, you know, make sure you put that on there to say capture on the PS5 Pro. Now, Rockstar probably did at some point, but they probably sat there and said there's no point of us capturing it on the PS5 Pro, because the Pro probably doesn't have that much of a difference from the base PS5 at all. So you're not going to see a difference or notice a difference. And that's why it's the interesting thing is when you look at it down here, you know, it's just only PS5. No PS5 Pro Enhance. Could that change? Possibly, maybe, but again, it left me puzzled, because the second piece of evidence that I'm pointing out here, why is it going to run, why this game that's going to be coming out running at 30 FPS and not at 60, is because if you look over here on the Xbox Series X and S, the S console, right, knowing that the S console that a lot of people, or a lot of these delusional fanboys, right, as you want to put it, they've been saying that, okay, the S model is weak, it's not going to hold up, blah, 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 because of Black Myth Wukong and Baldur's Gate 3, right? Now it comes to question that, but if this game is going to release on the PS5 and on the Xbox Series X and S console, which is the lower end console, right? And it's going to be running GTA 6, that lets me know that is going to be running at 30 FPS, because it's going to run on the S, it's going to run on the X 30 FPS, and it has the base PS5 and no PS5 Pro Enhance. So the Pro Enhance is you're not going to see a difference, or you're going to notice a difference at all. It's just going to run on the base PS5. So even if you did have the Pro right now, you're not going to notice a significant difference in terms of performance running at 60 FPS, or it's going to have this or some crazy stuff. So basically, it just lets me know that right there alone on both of them. So and even this footage is captured on the PS5, the base PS5, and it shows right here that it's only on the base PS5. So therefore, it's confirmed that this game that's going to be released on the consoles, and it's not even going to release on the Nintendo Switch 2, which is crazy. But I think the Nintendo Switch 2 is not even that powerful anyway. It's a step down. Like, of course, like I kind of figured that, right? But at least we know that it's confirmed 110% that this game will be running at 30 FPS at launch. Okay? So just be aware. So I'm just giving you right now as a huge warning to anyone, or someone or a friend, you let them the fuck know and tell them that if you are planning on getting any new console, do not waste your fucking money on the PS5 Pro for this game. Do not do it. Okay? And if your friend asks, just tell them, look, it's captured on the base PS5, and Sony and PlayStation, when they got a shiny new toy, they always gonna put what? PS5 Pro. And they did not do that. And they even went on their website and it only says the base PS5. And it's going to run on the Xbox Series X and S console, which is the lower end hardware. So that means that this game is going to be running 30 FPS. Done and over with. So just in case, if this motherfucker thinking like, yeah, if I go about there buy the Pro, it's gonna run at 60 FPS and blah blah blah, just like a GTA 5, which is not. Okay, so I'm just letting you know. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your money. If any console you want to get, if you don't have a console right now, right, you can pick whatever console you feel comfortable with. If you want to go with PS5, that's up to you. That's your business. You want to go with the Xbox model, Xbox Series X model, you can go ahead and do so. If you want to go with the cheapest one, they're all going to run 30 FPS. So if you really, really want to save money, like if you're adamant, like you're not going to wait, I'm just speaking for that type of crowd. For the people that are like, they're adamant about sticking with consoles and they're upgrading from a PlayStation 4, or they're upgrading from an Xbox One, the One X whatever generation, or the One S. If you want to spend less money, right, and your only worry, and your only thing that you might be concerned about is like whether or not this game is going to run at 60 FPS at launch, I already answered the question. If you're there to spend less money on a console, because it's going to run 30 across the board no matter which console you get, just get the Series S. That's my recommendation for anybody that's trying to upgrade no matter what. I'm just saving you money, okay? Because I'm just letting you know, if you get a PS5, don't expect that, oh yeah, I got a PS5, it's better than the Series S. But yeah, you're spending $500 and the game is still going to run at 30 FPS. So you're not missing out on anything, because no matter what system is going to run at 30 FPS, and including the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to run at 30 FPS. Even though that console costs $700, it's still going to run at 30 FPS. Period. Okay? So I'm just letting you know. If you want to spend less money, right, just go upgrade. If you're going to upgrade from whatever console where you're at right now, just pick up the Series S. Just pick up the Series S. Because that's my recommendation. If you don't want to and you're happy with the console choice where you're at, or you want to bump yourself up, if you're from the S model, you want to go with the X, that's on you. You want to spend $500, whatever, $600. You want to spend on $500 from the PlayStation, going from the PlayStation 4 to the 5, that's on you. I'm just letting you know, if you want to spend less money and you're going to get that same performance across the board, no matter which one you get, you want to spend less money on a console to upgrade, get a Series S. That's the cheapest way to get into next generation, and you're able to play GTA 6 and it's going to be running at 30 FPS. Okay? There you go. So, without that being said, right, there's another warning I'm going to have to tell you right now. Now, for those people, right, I don't know if you've been there with the generation, like again with Grand Theft Auto 5 when it first released. When this released, this came out on a couple of platforms, which you could obviously see right here on this side, which it came out on multiple platforms. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring out my handy dandy calculator because, like, again, I'm just doing some math for you guys so you get a better understanding, what's going on here. So then that way you won't be surprised, like, oh my god, I brought the game, I brought it digitally for whatever on my PS5 or your Xbox Series X, and then when next gen comes around, right, which is like about what, like 3 more years away, like next gen, 3 more years away, and then all of a sudden the console prices raise up even more, and then you're like, okay, I want to play GTA 6, and then you're expecting like, oh, they're not going to give you a patch. Okay, you're going to have to re-buy the game again. Okay, so I'm just letting you know that's how they're going to play it. All right, that's how they're going to play it, because that's how they're going to make their money. Again, these publishers are here for business. All right, they're here to make money, right? They make up for that budget and make another billion on top of it. Okay, so they got to make their money back. So how are they going to make their money back? Right, by pretty much saying, hey, yeah, we get it, you brought it on your PlayStation 5 and your PlayStation 5 Pro, your Series X and S console, but if you want to play this game like for next generation console, then you're gonna have to rebuy Grand Theft Auto 6 again. Okay, let me pull up the calculator, because this is how they did it, right, when what GTA 5 did. So let me see. Where's that calculator? Okay. All right. So here, I'm going to pull up the calculator right now, right? See it? All right. So this is from GTA 5, right? We're not even talking about, 6 yet. But in GTA 5, right, the Xbox, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, right? At that time, I think the game costed like $60 base. Right, and then next generation, right, PS4, Xbox One, they have to rebuy the game again, because the 360 and the PlayStation 3 did not move over. They re-released the game again, and they made it more prettier, more better performance and stuff like that, right? So now you're gonna 60, right, and then you're gonna do plus another 60. That's $120. Right, and then the PC version came out, right, Windows, right, so that's like another $60, right, because you want mods and all that stuff. So we're gonna do plus another $60, $180, right, and then they re-release it again, but this time on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S that we're currently in right now. So that's like what, maybe another $60, but let's say they jack it up to 70. So we'll just put it like 70. So they jack it up. right? So plus another $70 because it's another re-release of the same game. So plus $70. And there you have it, folks. $250. Okay? People have brought the same game of Grand Theft Auto across how many generations? About 1, 2, 3 console generations. 3 console generations. So it started from the tail end of the 360, right? The same stuff that they're going to be doing right now. And I've been telling you this as a warning. This is what they're going to do. Okay? And then they re-released the game again in the PlayStation 4 or Xbox One generation. Then after when that generation, now we're heading towards the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X generation. Now we're going towards where? We're heading towards the tail end of that generation. Because you can see it right here. If I move this over, and if you read it, right here, fall of 2028. Where are we at right now? 2025, 26, 27, 28. 3 more years. So we're at the tail end of this generation, right? Heading into where? Next generation. Okay? So I'm just letting you know, this is how much they're making, and that's just one individual. And again, a lot of people didn't brought the PC version. So even so, let's just say it was all console based. Even just taking away the Windows PC one. So we're going to minus, what, $60? That is still $190. Okay? $190. Okay? $190. That's still a lot of money. That's how they made their money back, and then some, and then, you know, on top of the shark cards and all the microtransactions, right? All the DLC and updates that add even more money. And that's just one individual. So you could times it by how many, you know, consoles and stuff like that. It's crazy, right? So they made a lot of money, which they are. And they're going to do the same thing again, right? They're going to do the same strategy here again. So now let's go talk about the situation that we're in right now, because we're right here. We're on PS. Y'all is right there. I'm on PC, so I'm gonna wait for mines, right? Which is perfectly fine. But for you, right, if you're on consoles, you're right here right now. So basically, we all know GTA 6 is going to be costing how much? Between $100 or $80, right? Let's just do $80, right? So let's say GTA 6 is $80. Okay? Plus, right, next gen is coming up right around the corner. We're 3 more years away. Because you can even see it right here. We're almost there. We're literally almost there. We are in 2025, 2028, 3 more years away. And then you have to rebuy the game again. That's what Rockstar is going to make you do. They did this for they did this for this. They did it for this. They're going to do the same thing again just for this. They're going to do the same exact thing, the same playbook. I already know how they're going to play this one out. So next gen comes out, PS6, next Xbox, how much that's going to cost? $80, right? So plus, right? Plus another $80. That's $160, right? And then let's say the PC version. And some of you guys might say, you know what? I'm getting tired of these consoles. I'm going to go on PC. Guess what? When it release on PC and you want to buy the game again, it's going to cost you what? Another $80, right? So then plus another $80. $240. $240. We already had $240. That's just 3. And then again, after PlayStation 6 generation ends, PlayStation 7, right? So when PlayStation 7 comes up, and then we're heading towards the tail end of that PlayStation 7, how much that's going to be? Another $80, right? Same game, whatever. Another $80. It's crazy. Sorry. Hold on. 200, it was like $240, right? Plus another 80. That's $320. $320. Comparing to how much it was before? It was 250 for GTA 5. So if we take away, if we minus 250, that's $70. So basically they're making $70 more off of you and me. They're making $70 more. So this means that whatchamacallit, this means that basically you really have to be careful in what you're gonna plan on doing and deciding on whether you should buy GTA 6 now or should you just wait for next gen, because next gen is gonna come around the corner like 3 years down the road. Now, if you are in the shoes right now where I really do like 60 FPS and I don't want to play this game at 30, right? Because if you're at GTA 5 right now, and let's say you want to change the game, change it to quality, and you want to run the game at 30 FPS, can you handle playing the game at 30 FPS on the next, on this generation console when GTA 6 drop? A lot of people may not want to deal with it, and I feel you on that. So, like, again, my best advice for a lot of people here, I suggest personally, if you can wait and hold that off for next generation, like 3 more years, I say just wait till next generation and then go drop and purchase, $80, right? Because, like, again, you're spending $80, close to damn near $100. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to start thinking like this. Wait a minute. Game prices are going up. They're not going down. But I'm not going to get all the bells and whistles. You're not going to get the features and the things that you want. That's why I'm on PC. And guess what? When GTA 6 drop on PC for me, I'm not rebuying the game copies like I did in the last generation. Back on the PlayStation, back on the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One, that's exactly what I did. And then I jump on PC. I brought 3 versions of that game. While I should have just been like, you know what, maybe I should have just waited for it and just got it for PC. Why I'm wasting money and just dropping money, and I didn't get all the bells and whistles? Because during that time, the 360, it was running, but again, if you take off the rose like tinted glasses off, because everybody gonna have the rose tinted glasses like this, like, ooh, me like. But then when you take it off, right, over time, you start to notice like some of the gameplay mechanics, some of the cracks, some of the things that, kind of like, is off-putting, right? So it's like, like, why would you want to drop $80 on a game that's going to be running at 30 FPS? While you should be dropping money on, like, if I'm gonna drop money on Grand Theft Auto, I'd much rather pay for it at 60 FPS. Make the game run, better, it's stable, much more cleaner. It doesn't have that smear to it, because you already know, just by looking right at some of the things here, right, just even by the screenshots, right? If we pick a place right here, just by the screenshots, look at this. Just by this screenshot right here alone, just by this one, I'm gonna just tell you this shit right now. This is definitely 100% is going to run at 30 FPS. And you're dropping $80 for this? Come on, you already know that they're gonna have to cut down a lot of things, take away a lot of things, just so it can fit into, the current gen consoles that we have right now. Just like how they did with Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 had a lot of features and things that they had, but they had to cut some of it, condense it down, took away some pedestrians just so it can fit on the PlayStation 3 and the 360. and then they brought them back slowly in every re-release of the same game. They brought back some of the features, they update the graphics more, they did this more. That's what I'm telling you right now. Don't fall into the trap. I'm just giving you a warning. Don't think for a minute like, oh yeah, this shit gonna look so beautiful and shit. Yeah, capture on PS5. That's great and all. But let me tell you something. No matter how much this shit looks good, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be a lot of cuts. A lot of things is gonna get condensed down. Right? I'm not stupid, you know? Like, I know what's gonna go happen. I know what's gonna go on. Like, it's crazy. I mean, look. Even what? Like this picture right here. Look at this. Draw distances. This, that, all of this stuff that's going on. You know there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna be cut down, right? You got boats here, traffic. Can't tell me otherwise. These screenshots right here, I know for a fact gotta be capture on a PC. This is definitely no PS5. Okay, definitely not. Definitely. But like again, like I'm just trying to sit here and just let you guys know, what you're dealing with. So if you can wait for next generation consoles, I say wait for next generation console. Don't run out and drop money now on it for this console. Wait for next gen. And then when next gen comes out, you buy that one and then you wait for the copy to get a re-release of the, Grand Theft Auto, so you can get 60 FPS. You're getting better performance and it's going to look 10 times better. And some of those things might make a comeback. Maybe, better draw distances. More pedestrians going to be out on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be like that. Because looking at this, right? Looking at all this, you're not going to get half of this. You're not even going to get all of this. Not even half. Because it's like, bro, the graphics and the environment and how big this map is, and try to fit it on the current console that we have right now, and you think these current consoles are powerful? No way. It ain't gonna fit. Because even like right here, right? This is all fine and dandy, right? This is all fine and dandy, but to be honest with you, 8 cores, AMD Zen 2, this game is going to be very CPU intensive, right? If you want to wait even more, I suggest go get yourself a PC. Get a pre-built, build a PC, whatever you can, learn about PC, and buy Grand Theft Auto until all the way towards the PC release. That's what I'm doing. I'm not doing like how I did in last generation. Last generation was a waste of money. I wasted $60, right? I wasted a lot of money on that. And I should have just waited for it until it was the PC release. So now this time around, when this game comes out, I don't care if it's on the console. I'm going to wait for this game until it's going to be released on the PC. Because if I'm spending $80 to $100, right? If you're going to spend that type of money, you might as well get the one that's pretty much the best of the best. Everything is open for you. Crank up the draw distances as much as you can. Turn on the details. You could turn on certain things on and off. You have full control in how you want to play Grand Theft Auto 6. Versus on a console, you are locked in and you are in the mercy between the Rockstar themselves and the devs and what they planning on doing. Because they're not going to just throw out their free patches. Okay, this is not a charitable event. They're here to make money off of you. But you as a consumer, just as much as me, you got to be smart. Right? These old consoles running on these fucking Zen 2 shits, it ain't gonna hold up for this game. Remember, in the last video that I did, right, with that 3-month update of Grand Theft Auto 6, we heard from even when they did what? They did, hold on. I think they did, they expanded and enhanced edition, the PC version, right? Right, when that happened, hold on, let me see. Okay, right here. right? That didn't happen too long ago. There it is. Yep, so they expanded and enhanced edition. So it came out here. So when that happened and that went on PC, that shit was CPU intensive. And they added in ray tracing on a 13-year-old game. 13-year-old game. And they added in ray tracing and it's CPU intensive. You can imagine what this game is going to be like. How intensive this shit is. This shit is going to be fucking damn near intensive. I can already imagine it's going to be 2 to 3 times more intensive. And you're running all of these old Zen CPUs. It ain't going to help this fucking shit. It's going to struggle. It is going to be a struggle. Just like how Red Dead Redemption 2 was running on the base PS4. That shit sounded like a fucking jet engine about to take flight. Okay? I already know this game is going to do the same thing on your PS5, on your Xbox Series X and the S. I know the S is going to be sweating hella fucking bullets. Just as much as that PS5 and that Pro model is going to be sweating even more bullets. It's going to be crazy. And that X is crazy. I'm telling you. Gotta be smart with your money. That's why for me, if any recommendation, if you can really hold off, I suggest if you're gonna drop $80 to $100, you might as well just wait till the Windows PC version. That shit is gonna look so beautiful and so breathtaking. You might as well just wait for that. That's what I'm doing. I'm waiting for that. I'm not gonna run out there, drop $400 just to play one fucking game. Out of the question. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I already got a PC that is well capable. When that game drops, I'll be ready to go. I ain't fucking doing that dumb shit. Nope. But if you're adamant, if you're adamant that, you know, PC is not for everyone, and I get it. If you can really whatever, I suggest just hold off until next generation console, then go spend the money for it, because at least you're gonna get 60 FPS and you're gonna get better visual quality and stuff like that. If you buy this game right now in the current state that we're in, and especially that knowing this game is gonna be CPU intensive, this shit gonna be crazy. And you're not gonna have a good time. Sure, it's gonna be great. Like again, the same bullshit gonna be the rose tinted glasses. Ooh, look, yeah, me like. And then when you play it over time and you take these bitches off, you're gonna start noticing the cracks. Just like how I noticed when I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on the 360. Ooh, but then after a while I was like, yep. You start to see like, damn, like the grass is flat, this is flat, there's not that many pedestrians going around here. It's not all cracked it up. So I'm just like again, if you want the best overall experience, PC. If you want better experience than what you're getting currently on this generation console, get it for next gen. That's just my thing. That's my little rant, right? And like again, seeing like with the problems, right? Because this, and the reason why I'm just letting you guys know this is because that even I think back when Cyberpunk 2077, when they released that trailer and I saw the fucking gameplay footage, let me tell you something. I was on the Xbox, one generation? I was on this generation when Cyberpunk came out. So when Cyberpunk came out, I was on that generation, Xbox One generation. Even I sat there and when I saw that trailer, I said, there's no way in fucking hell that game is going to run flawlessly on that old raggedy ass system. And you know what? I was right. Because guess what? I knew that game was screaming out for PC. That game, Cyberpunk 2077, that shit screamed out PC. You need to play this shit on PC. And sure enough, I said, nah, fuck this. I'm building me a PC to play that fucking game. I'm not playing it on this fucking console. I'm not gonna suffer and struggle with this game and I drop fucking whatever amount of money on there. is stupid. This is why I try to tell you, don't be stupid with your money. There's a lot of games out there that scream out PC. Baldur's Gate 3 is one of those examples where it's not really made for consoles. It was made for PC. Shit, Black Myth Wukong was screaming out for PC. It could be on console, but even on console, it's a struggle fest. It had problems and issues. Cyberpunk was the same thing. I told you, like, when these games get better and better in terms of graphics and shit like that, you gotta start saying to yourself and in your head and look at your own fucking console. You gotta know when to say, yo, I gotta give it up, because this shit is gonna be a struggle on my shit. Why do you want to suffer? Trust me, I didn't want to fucking suffer. Glad I went to PC. Soon as I got the game, I can play it. Oh, wonderful. Ran so great. Perfect. All the bells and whistles. Turning shit down. Putting this shit up. Doing this. Doing that. It ran beautiful. It ran beautiful. Okay? I get it. It wasn't perfect at launch. Right? I get that. But over time, especially on PC, it was fucking pretty damn good. But it's like, yo, when it came out, especially on old console, you were seeing this motherfucker. I can only imagine what GTA 6 is going to be like struggling on that PS5 and on the Xbox Series X. It's going to be struggle. Okay? Just giving you a heads up. Don't be fooled. Don't be stupid, okay? It's crazy, yo. And those screenshots are just even more crazy. Look at all these screenshots, man. This is how you know, bro. Just looking at all these details and everything, this screams out PC. This screams out 110% PC. I don't give a fuck. This video was captured on some fucking PS5. No way. My bad. I had to use the bathroom real quick, and I also had a phone call. Alright, so anyway, let me go continue where I left off at. So first off, this right here, this screams out PC. Not even remotely on console. Consoles? Shit, forget it. From all of these little screenshots that we see right here, the detail, character, face mop, bro, this screams out PC. This does not scream out no damn PS5 Pro enhanced. This is why I truly think that this game is definitely going to be running on a whatchamacallit. It's definitely going to be running on 30 FPS. It's just there's no way. There is no way. I don't give a fuck it was captured on PS5. These screenshots look like it was captured on damn near PC. Shit looks too damn good. Too damn good. Too damn good. Way too good. It's crazy. But we'll get into the screenshots and stuff like that in the other thing. Whatchamacallit, we get into the video and stuff like that. We got like plenty of weeks before, so there's that. And also, like, again, there's the whole thing too that they probably are going to be working on too at the same time, because as they're going to delay this right till 2026, they're probably going to be working on that online for real. Because, like, yo, like, knowing that this game and how it looks and how big it is, I can imagine that the online 2.0 is definitely on the same priority, just like how they're gonna finish this game. That one is gonna be right behind there, because I don't think they want to make the same mistakes like they did in the first Grand Theft Auto Online. So that when it's 2.0 and everything is gonna be a nice fresh start, everybody's gonna be whatever. And that's another thing too, because even when the online gonna come out, my personal advice for everyone, that just like how I'm telling you about, you know, you should wait for the next gen version for Grand Theft Auto 6 on the next console version. When the online do drop, I suggest wait for a couple of weeks or month. Just wait. Because like again, I'm just giving you a warning, just like everyone else. I'm just giving you a heads up. Because like the last time when I was there, when I played online, right, it was hard to get into, right? We was in the lobby, and then next thing you know, we lagged out and crashed out. You know, we was missing a lot of cars, money. Some people was hustling, was making like $1 million. And then next thing you know, and after a couple weeks, all the money is either gone, it's missing, it's not there, they log in. So there's gonna be a big giant mess. So I suggest for a lot of people, I know a lot of people want to jump in and look, I'm not gonna grind in the game and just hurry up and try to make $1 million. All I gotta say is for everyone else, I suggest take your time, don't worry about the money, just explore and look around. And if anything, if you want to hold yourself, just wait for a couple of months, right? Wait for a couple of months, and then when they do a update to kind of fix some of the problems and stuff like that, then you could jump in and really hustle and grind in the game. Don't try to do it at launch, right? Don't do it. Okay, if you can wait for Grand Theft Auto 6 to come out next generation consoles, wait for online too, because we already know it's gonna be a bunch of shit, more bugs, problems, right? Even for the single player, it's gonna probably might have some bugs and issues they need to address and also patch or whatever they need to do in every game, right? Grand Theft Auto has done it. Red Dead Redemption 2 has gone through it. First Red Dead has gone through it. You know, so there's gonna be some patches coming down the road, and especially for that online 2.0 is going to be some patches. So if you have cars, money, and all this shit, and then all of a sudden it is out of your, you know, the library, your inventory, you're gonna be pretty pissed off. So like I said before, I say just wait for a couple of months until when they drop a little mini update, like 1 or 2 updates, then you can jump in there, grind and play the game. So then that way you won't be pissed off that you're going to lose all of your shit, or else you're gonna have to go through the Rockstar, you know, ticket support, all this bullshit. You know, you don't want to go through all that shit. You know, I don't either. I'm just like, again, I'm just giving you a heads up what's to come. Okay, when this game launches, it ain't gonna be perfect. It's gonna be some problems and patches, but I don't want you to jump on there, grind, get a bunch of money, and then next thing you know, all your shit is fucking gone. Then you're gonna be pissed off, and then you're gonna be mad and upset, and you're gonna be like going through the whole ticket bullshit with Rockstar. Okay, if you don't want to go through that bullshit, I suggest, you know, chill out. Chill out, relax, wait till the online dropped. That's what I'm gonna do. And then once I play it and I enjoyed it, and then if they keep putting out some good decent updates, I'll keep playing it. But as soon as they start putting in fucking those oppressor bikes, those flying fucking bikes, I'm out of there. Fuck that. I am not dealing with these motherfuckers in the lobby flying around, blowing motherfuckers up. I'm not dealing with it. Not in last Grand Theft Auto 5 online, not in this one either. I'm not fucking dealing with that bullshit. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think? But yeah, we're gonna be coming down towards the end. We're gonna wrap this up. But again, just going over, like, we're missing like 3 trailers here. We do got plenty of screenshots. Probably more will be coming, you know, down the road, right? I think there's more going to be dropping on there, so I wouldn't be surprised. We do know one thing for sure. We do need a Q&A section. I don't know when are they going to do it, because I think the last time they did this, I don't know if Game Informers is going to be invited, because I think Game Informer has been in the thing. Yeah. See, so Game Informer is back. I think at first it was dead. Now they're back. right? We all thought, oh, Game Informer's gone, that's it. But they came back and they're still doing their thing, and everything is intact. So I'm hoping that Game Informer is going to get invited out to Rockstar headquarters to kind of talk, do a Q&A section, you know, and you know, talking about, you know, Grand Theft Auto 6. So we need to hear something about that. I don't know when, but it's probably might be, like, again, maybe close towards the end of the year, maybe around September, October, November. Game Informer might be out there. Hopefully they'll get the invite, and we might get to see the magazine cover for it and stuff like that, and get some more insight on it. Because like, again, because you can see right here they got a Q&A section, so we still need that as well. So it's gonna be interesting. So we're waiting for that. Oh yeah, and we also gotta wait for the cover, the box cover too, the official one. Gotta wait till we see that, and then that's about it. Yeah, so yeah, we gotta wait for official gameplay trailer, the protagonist trailer, the online 2.0 trailer for that. That's gonna be interesting. So yeah, so basically they're going about the same playbook here. They're gonna do this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's about it. Hopefully, you know, I'm just letting you know, to be expecting, to temper expectations here, because I don't want people to be like, oh, this game is gonna run at 60, it's gonna be like this, it's gonna be blah blah blah, da da da. No, I'm just saying, I'm more of the type of person, like, temper your expectations, be smart with your money, don't let Rockstar hustle you out of your money. They're not hustling me out of my money. Fuck that. I'm only buying that shit on PC. So I'm gonna wait as long as it takes. If it takes me 4 or 5 years, so be it. So be it. Because I much rather have the game. If I'm gonna pay for $80, I want all the bells and whistles day one. I don't want to be like, yo, man, like running out there spending $400 or $500 on a console just so I can play one game. Out of the fucking question. I'm not doing it. I am not fucking doing that. Nope. You ain't doing. They got me the last time with this game, with Grand Theft Auto 5. They got me with that time. But this time, GTA 6, they ain't getting me this time. Nope. I'm only paying that game one time, one copy on Steam for whatever money it is. If it's $80, whatever, fine. $100, I probably will wait till it gets on sale a little bit. But other than that, I'm not spending $80 on a 30 FPS game. And then next gen, I gotta buy the next console, drop another $600, $700, $800 again to replay the same game again for $80. I'm not doing it. Out of the question. Hell no. Alright, people, let's wrap it up with the whole calendar thing right here. Woo! Got the calendar thing up. So, what should we be looking at? So right here, let's just give you a nice little rundown update. Again, 2025, that's where we at. 4 month in, absolutely nothing. We got the announcement, a delay on the 2nd for GTA 6. And then news drop, only a couple of days later on a Tuesday. That's crazy. On a Tuesday, waking up on a Tuesday, and then all of a sudden trailer 2 just dropped, and then a whole bunch of screenshots and everything. I'm thinking oh, if they're gonna drop that shit, I'm thinking it's gonna be down here. Okay, it's gonna be soon, as in maybe 3 to 4 months down here we'll hear about trailer 2, or we'll get something, right? Nope. They have literally just dropped this shit out of nowhere, which is crazy. But we got a bunch of, so far with all the screenshots that we have and stuff like that, I think we're pretty much good for the next couple of months. I don't think we need to hear anything until maybe September, October, November, and December. We might hear something, maybe again, because I think it's a little too soon for Game Informer to be coming out there to do a cover thing and stuff like that, or Q&A section. I think we might hear something maybe in September, October, November, December, around there, and then we might get again, like the protagonist trailer around this time. I wouldn't be surprised it's around this year, because again, if you back it out here, if we go down here, that means by the end of this year, only a couple months away until GTA 6 be released on this date, supposedly. I'm still 50-50 on it, but I'm just saying, if they are going to release a trailer, right, the protagonist trailer, it could be due for 2025. Could be 2025, could be around here. And then probably the whatchamacallit, so the protagonist trailer be here, and the official gameplay trailer for GTA 6, the official one, could be around here, like in March or February. And then when you see that, that's when it's getting close to like 2 to 3 months before releasing, right, GTA 6, right? That will make more sense, you know, right? Pre-orders will be starting like here and here, and then it'll be ready for release. That will make more sense. So they drop a bunch of stuff. We got a bunch of screenshots. We should be good for the next couple of months. I don't think I need to do an update, but I'll do an update anyway. So I'll probably, since we're in what, April, May, June 30th, I'll do an update what's going on, if anything new or anything happened. I'll just do a quick little update on it. But at least I got plenty of stuff that I could be releasing for the video and stuff like that. But at least we know that Mafia and Borderlands 4, where the release date is 8 and 12, that's where they are, which I was right on point about both of them. So that's good. And at least now we know that the marketing is starting to ramp up here. So it's starting in May. So May is officially that the marketing and the campaign is going to start ramping up. And I said right here, like the Rockstar Newswire might start in March, but I was wrong. It wasn't in March, but it was going to be from right here to somewhere up here, because it's going to start somewhere right around here. So I was like, what, maybe like 2 months off. It would have started in May. But again, I wasn't expecting them to drop anything in May. So they delayed it here, but the marketing and the campaign is starting right here. So we could see it start ramping up in the next couple of months. I don't think it's going to be like next month they'll drop something here. I think it's going to be around between either September and December. That's when they're going to drop like their next trailer, like the protagonist trailer, and probably adding in more screenshots, more stuff leading up towards December. And then like next year, we should be getting the official gameplay trailer for Grand Theft Auto 6 from here. And then we should be getting games with gold, blah blah blah, this and that, and then it's going to release in May. That's when I was thinking. But I still believe that the GTA 6 release date window is going to be on here, even though I'm still kind of 50-50 on this, because they could still delay it again for a couple of months. It could end up in here in August or September, you know, like the same year that they did with with whatchamacallit, Grand Theft Auto 5. They could release it in September. They release it on the 17th, and that's on a Thursday right here, right? But if they drop something on the 6th, right, if we was to go by the 6th, you got right here, they could drop it in October. That's on the 6th right here. That's on a Tuesday. If we go right over here, November, the 6th is right here. That's on a Friday, which that's not bad. Or if anything, if it's like really bad, then it might be either Sunday, but I doubt it they're going to drop it on a Sunday. Most likely it's going to be dropping in one of these dates. But I don't think it's on the 16th. Let's see, the 26th. 26th is on a Saturday. I don't know. So again, they could drop it in the 6th, the 26th, or on the 16th. So it's going to be interesting, because right here, that's a Friday right here in November. In October, that's on a Tuesday. That's still good. And then like what, the 16th right here, that's on a Friday. November 16th, that's on a Monday. And then the 26th is right here for November. And then right down here will be what, like 26 will be right here. So that's on a Monday. So it's interesting to see that there's not a lot of options in September other than, yeah, so like again, it could be possibly they could drop it in September. So again, I'm on 50-50 about the new release date window here, but given to the fact that the reason why I say is 50-50 is because that we've seen the screenshots, the trailer 2 drop and stuff like that. So it makes me believe that it might be closer to being done, you know, as they say, and they could hit their target release date here in May. I think I have, you know, it could be pretty solid, but I wouldn't hold my breath because, like, again, it's like on a random, like on a Tuesday. So on this, a lot of people are still at work and stuff like that. We're not even hitting like summertime yet. Like this is still, well, yeah, this is still in like what, spring? Like May is still counts as spring. I usually count June, July, August is like summertime. So this right here is still in the early stages of like spring. So I'm kind of like, I'm not sure, bro, because this is, I don't know, because I don't believe that. I think they're gonna delay it again just so they can release it on the holiday window. Because if they release it on the holiday window, guess what? People got money, right? People got time off. People don't gotta go to college and stuff. That's a perfect window for a lot of people to take a day off, take a vacation, 2-3 days, 4 days. They could be at home and they're playing this game. You know what I'm saying? That makes more sense, right? You know, like it just makes more sense. But to drop it on a on May 6th, May 26th, 2026, that's a lot of sixes, but I have a feeling that I think that's just a little placeholder for now. And I think they might do a slight delay again all the way till either September, October, or November. That's where I have a feeling. Because again, like if they did the same thing for Grand Theft Auto 5, because we all thought it was going to come out in 2012 at the time, and it didn't, and it got delayed till, you know, September, you know, whatever. I think there was like at least 2 delays on that game. I know it was 2 delays. So yeah, so I'm not really holding my breath on this release date. I think it's like 50-50. I think we will know soon when we get close to this point. Like if we get close to here in December, then I can probably tell like, yeah, this is definitely on track for May. For sure. If everything seems to be lined up straight, it could be on track. But I still have a feeling it still might be delayed until this release window right here. So we have to wait and see. But so far, I mean, again, we got a bunch of stuff here. We're not gonna see we're gonna see the next trailer, right? Because trailer 2 is right here, which is, we all thought it was gonna be GTA 6 trailer 2 delay, which it wasn't a trailer, it was a post, but they still delay until 2026. But news dropped for GTA 6 on the 6th of May, which that was really soon. So now we gotta wait till the protagonist trailer, which it could have come about around here, and then the official gameplay trailer is probably gonna release around here. That's where I have a feeling. I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna spread it out, put one right here, boom, put another one over here, and then say, okay, we're gonna release the whatever release date, the official gameplay trailer, like 2 months before release. That will make more sense. I don't think they're gonna put out the trailer like 1 month before the game. They're gonna probably do it like in February or March, before the game about to be released in the next month and whatever how many weeks, or 2 months in whatever many weeks. So it could be between March or February. So it's going to be around here. It's going to be around here. So this is going to be interesting. Because even I pointed out right here too. It's like, you know, the marketing ramp up. It's going to start right here. It's crazy. So yeah, that's a pretty solid. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think that should be all set. Are we gonna see any like 2K game related games during this GTA 6 release? I don't think so. I do not think so. I think we're not gonna see anything. Definitely, we're not gonna hear about not Borderlands 4, BioShock 4, the next BioShock game. We're not gonna hear nothing in 2026. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a very interesting year. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll see you guys in the next video. In the next couple of videos, I will be doing the thing. But I'll give you an update around in this one right here on the 30th of June. Like 30th or July. Around there. I probably might do it even earlier. Probably around like a Saturday, 28, 29. Around the Sunday around here to give you an update what's going on, and then we'll start moving along here. So yeah, so that's about it, you guys. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the video, and again, make sure you like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it. For everyone that has been subscribing to my channel, shout out to y'all. I appreciate you guys subscribing. Welcome. I do this as a hobby. Just do this to have some fun. I will be uploading some more gameplay footage. More gameplay stuff is going to be on the way. We'll do other stuff as well. So just keep your eye on it. It's going to take a couple of weeks for me. I take my time with my stuff. I don't rush. I don't be like a YouTuber. Gotta crank out videos every day. It's not a job for me. I already got a job and I'm getting paid for money. So just letting you guys know where I'm at. But hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. Make sure you like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.